The following announcement has been paid for by Perched on the Top Rope.
Hey, you wrestling fans out there, do you know who I am? I'm the Mountie, and you're watching Perched on the Top Rope right now. It's not that bad. There's only a couple of fruits there in the basket that don't like me, but the most of the guys, they like me, so that's nice.
I think I'm going to bring up one of the fruits in the basket
Please do.
that
Please
don't
do.
like you. And this is Jim Cornette. I've listened to some of his stuff about you, and it's a very passive aggressive. It's I'll compliment the man, but then he follows with something not so nice. One of the comments on his shows, this is a direct quote: French Canadians have a natural air about them, or a manner about them, or a manner of speaking that is natural to them that just irritates the fuck out of people, and then refers to you as a French Canadian prick.
Okay. I have something to say about Jim Cornette, if you don't mind me saying.
The floor is yours.
The saddest thing I feel about Jim Cornette, the saddest thing is he must not be happy inside. He must not be a happy person, because every time I met Jim Cornette in person, every time it was always, "Hey, Jacques, how you doing, Jacques? How you doing, my friend? How you doing, my friend?" And I never argued with him once in my life. I never had a harsh word with him. Never did. He was always very nice to me. And then over the years, as I turned my back on Vince and then had my feud with Vince, I started hearing things and like you said, you're not the first one who brings it to me. And I'm saying to myself, there's something you'll learn about me today, Lee. I'm going to explain this to the best of my capacity. Normal people are here, and autistic people are here. I must be somewhere in between there. And I always had a hard time understanding things when I was younger in life. I always took things so seriously. I never was diplomat. If I hated somebody, I'd let them know. If I liked somebody, I'd let them know. There was no gray zone in my life. I never was the type of guy, never once in my life, that would look at someone and say, "Hey, how you doing, man?" And then when he turned around and say, "Oh, this guy's..." I never was that kind of person. I never was. And I never understood people that do that. And now today I know that Jim Cornette is one of them. I know that if I met Jim Cornette somewhere someday, he'd look at me and say, "Hey, Jacques, how you doing?" He'd do that again. So I feel sad for the person. I really do. But I know he was close to Vince. I know he was Vince's stooge and Vince's gopher. So when I turned my back on Vince, a lot of people that were close to Vince, like even I heard Bruce Prichard say some things about me that I was so sad, because Bruce Prichard, every time I met him in person, it was a hug. And and it was this. I never had a bad word with Bruce Prichard. Never did. And so many times in Brother Love, I had so much fun with him. I thought his gimmick was so good, and I had fun with the guy. And then I started hearing things over the years. People that were close to Vince, and some others that would say things about me, but with no foundation, because we never had. So to them, I feel sorry for them, because I never did nothing to them personally. If I was arrogant, maybe I was a little arrogant. I'm reminding myself of Shawn Michaels a little bit at sometimes. We were good at what we did, and we kind of sometimes made it easy, sounded easy. And I was young. I was young. I matured over the years. I just want these guys to know I matured a bit. And I never badmouth anybody, and I never talk behind nobody's back. And sometimes I missed some opportunities to shut up. I admit it. I'm not perfect.